Hello everyone, my name is Dwi Martianti. Today, I would like to explain about classroom management. Classroom management is the activities pursued by a teacher to create a conducive classroom situations in order to achieve maximum learning goals. What is the purpose of classroom management? The purpose of classroom management is to provide facilities for a variety of students learning in social, emotional, and intellectual environment in the classroom. Class management activities include two activities. The first is arrangement of people or students, and the second is facility settings. Arrangement of the people or students, that means usually in the first beginning semester, teachers need to make the rules and explain to the students. For example, from the rules is no running in the classroom, you can drink but not eat, and then raise your hands if you want to ask. That's the sample of the rules. After make the rules, the teachers need to make the agreement with the students, and the students need to assign that agreements. For those who cannot able to assign, usually they can put the fingerprints to the that agreement. The next is teacher should do in the classroom. Being a teacher in classroom sometimes can be a mother. It means that the managing of the classroom is totally on the teachers. There are several teachers should do in the classroom are in the following. The first is have sense of humor, open mind, adaptable, patience, and good example. The second is respect the children and be realistic. The third is think in the equal level or being as the children's friends as their age. The fourth is grouping the children properly, and the fifth is use English language in the classroom as much as possible. I will explain to you the meaning from fifth point. The first is have sense of humor, open mind, adaptable, patience, and good example. That means we as the teachers, we need to can adaptations with the children. Kita sebagai guru harus bisa beradaptasi dengan siswa. Kita tidak bisa menjadi guru yang terlalu serius, terutama untuk guru anak-anak TK, karena mereka belum terlalu master untuk mengerti tentang emosional kita. Jadi, kita sebagai guru harus memiliki jiwa humoris dan juga open mind, karena di setiap kelas anak memiliki berbagai macam sifat dan karakter. Dan kita sebagai guru harus bisa open mind akan hal itu. Adaptable, patience, and good example. Maksudnya adalah kita harus memiliki jiwa sabar untuk menghadapi anak-anak, karena anak-anak memiliki banyak sekali sifat dan karakter, terutama dalam hal emosionalnya, kemudian dalam hal belajarnya. Ada yang mungkin cepat menangkap pelajaran, dan ada yang mungkin tidak terlalu cepat menangkap pelajaran. Okay, the second point is respect the children and be realistic. Kita sebagai guru harus dapat memiliki jiwa yang respect kepada anak. Kita tidak bisa menjadi guru yang cuek, yang tidak peduli, hanya mengajar. Karena anak-anak dalam usia TK masih memerlukan sosok seperti seorang ibu dan juga guru di dalam kelas. Next, yang ketiga, the third is think in the equal level or being as the children's friends as their age. Kita sebagai guru harus bisa menjadi teman bagi anak-anak kita dalam kelas. Kita tidak boleh memposisikan kita seperti orang dewasa, tapi tetap kontrol dalam kelas tetap dipegang oleh seorang guru. Namun dalam bersikap, dalam berbicara, kita harus menyesuaikan dengan usia mereka. Kita harus smiling, kita harus humoris, dan juga kita harus memberikan pujian atau rewards untuk anak-anak yang memiliki prestasi yang baik, dan juga kita pun harus memiliki punishment untuk anak-anak yang tidak dapat mendengarkan ataupun melakukan hal-hal yang tidak baik. Oke, yang ketiga, think in the equal level or being as the the fourth is grouping the children properly. Maksudnya adalah kita sebagai guru harus menggrouping studentsnya dengan baik. The silent students tidak boleh dengan silent students lagi, tapi harus di mix dengan students yang aktif. Jadi student yang aktif disatukan dengan student yang silent, dan dengan tujuan agar mereka dapat saling berbicara. Karena jika kita menyatukan silent students dengan silent students, tidak akan ada yang namanya progress dalam belajar. Oke, dan yang terakhir, use English language in the classroom as much as possible. Kita mengajar bahasa Inggris dalam kelas, jadi sebanyak mungkin kita harus berbicara dalam bahasa Inggris. Minimal perintah-perintah yang simple, kalimat-kalimat yang simple, dan kita bisa menerjemahkannya dalam bahasa Indonesia. Jadi we can make two language, English and then translate in Indonesian. Okay, the next is creating the rules in the classroom. A teacher should enjoy when he or she is teaching, otherwise children feel the same. Next, there are several rules that can be created in managing classroom. The first is establish clear rules at the beginning of the year. The second is teach the concept of appropriate and inappropriate behavior. The third is over rewards judiciously, and the fourth is plan more than you think you will need, and the fifth is balance activities, and the sixth is provide specific feedback. Next, problems in class management. Problems caused by teachers. Teachers lack a sense of humor. The teachers pays little attention to students individually. The teachers speaks unclearly. Problems caused by students. The first is students who are sick. The second is students who don't do homework. The third is students who are pessimistic and lack motivations to learn. Problem caused by the environment. The first is home, family, environment. The second is residential environment, and the third is school environment. So, elements that need to be considered in the class management. The first is teaching and learning activities. The second is interactive or communications. The third is class facilities, and the fourth is use of time. So the conclusions of classroom management is management, or to be called classroom management, is the understanding of class as a process to control students' behavior. As an educator, the ability to manage classroom determines the success of students' learning. Okay, I'm finished to explain about classroom management. Thank you everyone. I hope you can learn from these explanations. Thank you.